Let me just shock you with this. Sometimes no, some people criticize NPP not because of the idea what an NPP, but because they want in their own way to put NPP on their toes, which clearly Obiana and I don't today. But say, oh yeah, try they be yempe. Now, ahwɛ din a wɔnom na wɔakasa wɔde tia NPP aban na wɔatu wɔn criticize no yie no, ɔpanyin bi ka ho. Na dama ɔpanyin no ankasa no, sisia no wɔato ne mu to dɛ bi asɛm wɔaka nyinaa, especially with regard to Ghana hin education no, baabi wɔadu no dze ɔno ohunu bi. Yɛwɔfa me yɛafa, wɔdum afa me kɔ sika. Asɛm no ankasa mpo koraa no, biyɛ me hyɛ. But for Oladomotwe, the ɔyɛ the good evening Ghana host nankasa so bɔ bɔs na ɔkyerɛkyerɛ nsɛm no nyinaa. Wɔn yɛhwɛ video.
And you know, Kwesi Pat Jr. is one of the frontal journalists in Ghana. Kwesi Pat is not one of those who's going to pussyfoot about information. Kwesi Pat cannot be bought. Here, Kwesi Pat on Free SHS. Recently, this week, on Kwame Sefakai's program. Here, Kwesi Pat on Free SHS. This is the reality of Ghanaians today. Have a listen.
Until recently, no say on minor addition na eko from pa. Na nti na ma dreams on my addition na eko from pa ni say. They be arabe fa de bon krata. Sukua omuti duase. Sukua last week kura de na ba ni suku bi nipa be o had the teacher ba akope ni ade. I mean, it's media until recently, very, very recently. You say, in spite of free SHS, we not be and Koso. Probably, Makonia and Namabia, maybe virtual. This is education sector, and no more Koso.
Really?
Oh, Kwame. I know what I'm talking about. Me, so we mean Casatra. Maybe Koso. Construction, Koso. New science laboratories, you be any na anopena mbisa na kunyasa na adan moye we na muntumi mbo hu de amanfo
Openye you come asem na kokan.
because
Anokwadro.
masa nukro ni enka nukro
Anokwadro.
no mu
Lazy mouth.
because masa enkofo bebre no omo kan school semwa omo jina free SHS ina ni se free SHS no Eddie, and who can be an Eddie, and not get that for. I thought that school of friend could be a new baby crown and not acquire some mead. But so too, now share the material available and put to a cost of our Ministry of Education. If anyone now child will be. So we have new science laboratories are here across the country. It explains why examination results in science. Performance cost room. These are the things that we should be talking about. Taxes cost room. Obi did BBN say CD, say 14 CDs to $1 and so on. I want trouble. Obi did BBN said and also easier to explain, and also a sensation, and when I can direct on them channel. I mean, science laboratories, the type of science laboratories are. Who are building the quality, the numbers, and so on. I was genuinely impressed.
Kwesi Pratt is telling Kwame Sefakai, the morning show on Peace FM, that he's surprised about the amount of work that has been done in education. He's shocked about the science laboratories. Those science laboratories were not available in John Mahama's reality of 30, but they are available today in Akufo-Addo's reality of 80. But the NPP is being bullied by the NDC and no one can help them because everyone is going through economic crisis. And it behoves the NPP to pick it up and explain to people that this is the reality of the situation. We have not met the expectation. Yes, we haven't. And there's a reason why we have not met the expectation. We met the expectation in the first term. In 2020 and 2021, something happened and we didn't meet the expectation. But we are still at 80. This reality is still better than John Mahama's 30. And John Mahama is telling Ghanaians that re-elect me as president so that I can do this and that and that. But your reality as president, Mr. President, was 30. Your opponent took Ghana to 80. But the expectation of Akufo-Addo was so high. And as soon as he came in, he began to meet the expectation. He was meeting it boom, 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 boom. Talk about Dr. Bawumia and interoperability. You couldn't send mobile money from MTN to Vodafone. You couldn't. And John Mahama told us that for that to happen, we were going to pay $4 billion. Dr. Bawumia came and said that, what are you talking about? Why do you need $4 billion for that? What is this kind of poor thinking and incompetence? Bring 100 million and let's do it. And Dr. Bawumia has achieved it. Today, you can send mobile money everywhere. The other day, I took a taxi. I didn't have money on me. I was standing at Spintex Road, and I needed to move from one place to the other. I parked somewhere. I couldn't cross. I just stopped a taxi. Then I remembered I didn't have money on me because I left my stuff in my car. If the taxi driver is watching, he'll testify to it. And then he said, are you the guy on Good Evening? And I said, well, what have we done? I thought he was coming to fight, so I was ready to fight. He said, oh, no, nothing. I said, okay, let's go. So he dropped me. Then I found I didn't have money. And I said, do you have more money? He said, yes. I said, but what number? Then he said, hey, but me the Vodafone. No. I said, but it doesn't matter. I sent the money to, I said, do you know why I've been able to do that? Because of government policy. I did some small Good Evening Ghana with him in the taxi. I said, it's government policy. So when you people are voting, vote for the policy maker, the one who makes policy. That's the most thing. Don't be moved by a scholarship secretariat. Somebody, those things are micro. They are little. Yes, they have to be dealt with. But that's not the reason why Ghana is where it is. There's a much bigger problem where our leaders are not able to think and create. We need to hold our politicians accountable. And we need to get deep into this analysis. Don't be bullied by people who come and just talk about there's petrol, this, there's that. Where is their reality? The reality of what they were able to give to Ghana is 30. The reality of what Adodanko Akufo-Addo and Dr. Bawumia has done is 80. Yes, it doesn't meet the 100, but it is a far cry from 30. 80 is a far cry from 30. Free SHS is a far cry from paying your SSS school fees. 92 factories, it's a far cry from 0 factories. Ekunfi juice exporting, it's a far cry from importing every single juice that comes to Ghana. That's the reality of Ghanaians. And people should not be bullied by people who have just rhetoric and they don't have substance. Because when they came, they didn't do nothing. So there's no substance for them to speak to. Listen to John Dramani Mahama, the former president. Listen to how many times he will refer to something he did. Do the analysis. Those of you who have the algorithms, go on social media. Everything John Mahama said, show me how many times he's referring to something he did. He's talking about when I come. Why is he not able to refer to this is what we did? Where is what he did? The guy was there for 8 years, vice president 4 years, president 4 years. Where is what he did? Where is it? He's always referring to the future because he knows that his reality is 30. He knows that the reality is 80, but he wants power and he knows there's economic difficulty and he's going to roll over that into power again. Young people, hold everyone to accountable. Vote NDC if you want to vote NDC, but have a reason to do so. Vote NPP if you want to vote NPP, but have a reason to do so. That's why we have both flags here. Vote what you want to vote, but have a reason to do so. That is the only way our country can change. What are they talking about? They are attacking Dr. Bawumia is a liar. He said he will do this, he has done, and they don't say, I have a black one on tape. I have him on videotape at Good Evening Ghana, where he came in 2020 and we're talking about 101 factory. And he said, oh, but how many factories have they done? They said they were good. They did only 15 factories. And I'll show you the tape. Right there on the program, I said, what are you talking about? They did 15, you did 0. And that's okay. You did 0 factories. That's what he said. They did only 15. And if you ask NDC, how successful is Akufo-Addo's 101 factory, they'll tell that, oh, how many industries do you have? How many factories he's done? Is that leadership? Is that the kind of leadership we want? For people who have empty substance but carry out rhetoric? That's what this campaign is going to be about. The campaign is going to be about pulling.
They think that their electoral fortunes or the success of the elections in 2024 is simply automatically based on the difficulties that the Ghanaian economy will face. And so for them, they are failing to even do any thinking and tell the people of Ghana the reason why they should vote for them. So you listen to the comments in the video by the former president, and really you're asking yourself, okay, after all is said and done, after all the comedy, after all the trivialities, what is the promise to the people? And the education that you are saying the station boys haven't been able to do, what is it that you think they haven't been able to do, and what are you telling the people you are going to do it, and how are you going to do it? And the health, that the station boys haven't been able to handle, according to you, how are you going to handle it? You came, and even hospitals that you had inherited from 2008, you couldn't even complete. The health insurance scheme, you collapsed it. Under education, within the 8 years or so that you spent in government, every year you were leaving 135,000 of the citizens on the streets because, one, a lot of them couldn't afford. Two, we didn't have enough infrastructure to hold them, so we had artificial cutoff points. How are you assuring the people, and what are you pointing to the people that when you come, you'll be able to deliver? You came, and the entire period that you spent in your second term as a government, this country was plunged into darkness. Industries shut down. Media houses, including TV3 and so many other industries, had to lay off workers because operational cost was high. How are you assuring the people that when you come, the stable electricity that we are enjoying today, you are not going to, send us back into the dark days? For me, I think that what the former president should understand is that Ghanaians are discerning. Ghanaians are not going to vote for you simply because you are telling them that the NPP government has not been able to deliver on all their promises. In our West form, we are better than the NDC.
You are
in
better
our West,
than the
in our
NDC
West
in
form,
your West form.
In our West form, sector by sector, in our West form. Today, as we speak, even not for anything at all, we have over 2.5 million Ghanaians who have either completed or are going through secondary education at no cost, but at the cost of the people, of the state. Something, but for which a lot of these Ghanaians will remain on the streets. Today, as we speak, COVID showed us clearly how weak our health infrastructure has been, in spite of all the noise they made. In spite of all the noise they made, that they had provided so much infrastructure in health. It came to the fore that indeed we had over 88 districts in this country who did not have the health infrastructure to be able to hold any health emergency. I was an MC, just every year. They didn't have a district hospital just here, which is some few minutes away from Accra. And yet they were touting that they had provided so much health infrastructure, and so no matter what happens, they are the best. But it is obvious that it was just wishy-washy. They were just on paper. Today, the government or the country had to look for money to provide almost about 111 health infrastructure across the country to ensure that the basic health infrastructure, which is a district hospital for every district, so that within that jurisdiction, they know that when they have a health emergency, they can be catered for. That is being provided by this government. Today, as we speak, if you go to Tema, you have these industries, in spite of all the global economic challenges, operating. You have people who are going about their daily lives without losing their jobs, in spite of the economic challenges. The thing about a government is that there is no theory that says there will be an absence of challenges and difficulties. But the true test of a government is how you confront the challenges when they come up. Every country across the globe is going through economic turmoil, including first world countries. The Americas, the UKs, the Germanys, every country is going through. Germany is seeing inflation that they've never seen before. UK is seeing a 40-year-old inflation. The American currency is under stress. Today, America is seeing a 40-year-old inflation, something they've never experienced. Turkey is having inflation in excess of about 80%. Our trading countries, our trading partners, where we import from, they rely on Russia and Ukraine for their basic input to be able to produce for us to buy from. Today, they are struggling with supply chain issues, for which reason our purchasing or our trade with them is become so expensive, and it's impacting on the lives of our people. In spite of all of that, one of the things that the Ghanaian person who is on the street or who is in their homes is very comfortable with and happy with is that there's a government that is working with them to be able to find a solution. 6-7 years ago, when this country encountered a similar challenge under him, former President Mahama, he told us, he gave us so many very, very disrespectful comments. Under the energy crisis, he told us that we should stop even charging our phones. At some point, he told us that no matter what we say, he's a dead goat and there's nothing we can do to him. At some point, he told us that he told some people, some unemployed graduates, to go to hell, and so many other.
He told the unemployed graduates.
Yes, to go to hell, and so many. Let me.
No, did he say?
Oh, I said that if somebody says you are told, it means that he rubbished them. He threw them off.
Did he say?
He threw them off. Yes.
Hell?
When somebody says you should go to hell, it means that you were snubbed. That is what it means. But when somebody says you should go to hell, what does it mean? It means that
you are saying he
can I continue? You are distorting my thoughts.
No, I just wanted to let.
Yes, he did.
You don't make statements and not expect that out.
He did. He snubbed them. He told them to go to hell. He snubbed them and ignored them. For which reason they went on to even form Unemployed Graduates Association. When we came to power, the first thing that confronted us as a government was a huge number of graduates who have completed school and had nothing to do. We had to quickly introduce a stopgap arrangement through the NAPCO to put up almost about 100,000 of these people into active, productive activities, on daily basis. Out of which almost about 40,000 had been mainstreamed.
So how about the 60,000? Where are they?
But at least 40,000 that we inherited had been mainstreamed.
No.